Order, please. Let us resume proceedings. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. Gregson is as calm as always. I presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination? Oh yeah, Governor. God, I forgot how to do their voices. I did, Gov. Oh wait, he has a higher voice, I think. I did, Gov, I did. Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Blimey, blimey. This is going to be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windybanks. Well, it was bedlam, soon as wanted. It wasn't, Ash, it was. It didn't even have time to pull me dukes out my Lucy lockets. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Oh, blimey! On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. We never done nothing of the sort. How do you figure that out? Oops. You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. Whoa! And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. A thought worth pondering, perhaps? Say no more, Gov, over here, yeah? We're Blab, we're Squig, we're Peach! Illegal entry, the whole truth. Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing. It was when we heard the gunshots, it made us both jump and all that stuff went flying. Love it didn't give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter'd come out the door to get us next. We stuck everything back where we found it in the scalpel, straight into him in the black. We couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we? So you admit to the defense's accusation? You did indeed ransack Mr. Windybank's countertop on the night in question? Not ransack, Governor, no. That's right, Nash, that's right. It's more like we tied it up, yeah. Sorry. By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess. The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all. No, we don't, Nash, we don't. Can't you make us sound a bit more cutthroat? You want to sound more cutthroat? Okay. It can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at Windybanks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye, I'm sure of it. Let's see. You weren't rifling for nothing. So this means you were looking for something? I don't know what that means. Hold it! If that's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place? Well, you know, we ain't exactly sweet clean, are we? We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we admitted to something like that, people would think we was up to no good. But you were up to no good. Well said, go me old China. China? We'd only let ourselves in even more trouble. And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble. That's rotten luck. Says the rotten apple eater. Witnesses, explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter? We never ransacked nothing. Right, right. We like more tidied up the place. Deathly glare. Sorry. Made you both jump and all that stuff went flying. Okay.
Hold it!
So what you're saying is... the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all those things off the counter? Well, the joke does shock one of us that much, yeah? This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep his shirt on. Look, it was loud, alright? Blimey, my dead granny would have woken up that bang. Big Bobby here screamed like a blooming baby and fell over the counter. He knocked over the load of books and candlesticks and some skull whatnot. Then got tangled in some marionette and what knocked over a picture frame, what knocked them scales on the floor. You really mastered working quietly then. What a racket, me granny would have been scared back into a grave at a clatter like that. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. I mean, it was quiet as a mouse and then all of a sudden, BAM! Okay. Gregson? Are you okay?
Excuse me!
Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add? Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. But you are the witness stand. No, something to add about the testimony, I mean. You seem to react just now at what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? It's probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only... well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? As you know, we brought these fellas into the yard for questioning last night, and the statement they gave then told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Oh. Might have, Gov, might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it. Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. My god, these witnesses are not reliable at all. I can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas? If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them. Easy! We get it right this time. That's it, yep, it's all coming back to me now. Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details you miraculously return to your questionable minds, sirs. Hey, right you are, Gov. Okay. They heard the victim shout? Just before the gunshot, we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun!" Oh. And the victim, was it? The bloke who owned the place was holding a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl. Wait, is that new? I mean, it didn't half give me a fright. We was thinking the shooter had come out the door and get us next. Yeah, that's the same. Okay, let's press on this.
Hold it!
So in fact, you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously. We did, Gav, we did. Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we heard a kind of wavering voice before the yell and all. If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun! Oh, wow. Kind of thing. Wait, the victim said that? Wait, what? A career in acting tragically missed. A career in acting. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Of course we could. From the other side of the door, behind the counter it was. From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Windybank. On me granny's life, course it was! On his granny's life, of course it was! I mean, his granny is your granny, right? Your brother's? So that would mean... that you both knew Mr. Windybank and the sound of his voice? So that would be what? What, Nash, what? Any ideas? Yes, Counsel, indeed it would. No, we didn't know the geezer. How am I supposed to deny it when that bloke in all the fancy glove is giving us the evil eye? If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true. Oh, me granny's life it is! On his granny's life it must be! It's a good job his granny's dead. Oh, is his granny dead? Oh, my condolences. To summarize then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor. Yeah, make it sound like we're clumsy. Don't forget we tied it up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it. The bloke who owned the place was holding a gun.
Hold it!
You're saying that Mr. Windybank had a gun in his hands? Oh yeah, bet that was a sight, eh? Them two waving them guns at each other must have got pretty heated. Wait, why are there now two guns? Where did the other gun come from? I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard a geezer say, "If you don't wanna get shot." Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say. Mr. Windybank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping. He'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. That's someone being himself, of course. A good grief, extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided. Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger on the other night. Only the Borsons. He was gonna beat him to it, cooked as goose proper. Then he wished he'd squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!" And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot? It was more or less the same time, Gov. Give me that gun! Kind of thing. Okay, the Windybank shouted, "Give me that gun," and presumably the other party shot him. Yes, a career in acting, very tragically missed. And then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck. Before everything went dead quiet. After that, we done a slapdash job tidying the place up. You look like you're proud of yourself. Huh? This is just so wrong, isn't it? Oh, wait. Yeah, Skulkin Brothers gun, but there's only one gun. If we put the Skulkin Brothers out of the picture, there was only one gun. He couldn't have. I mean, there was only one gun. Is this a contradiction already? How do I make the game see what I see? Maybe let's press on everything first. Okay.
Hold it!
So, you didn't try to open the storeroom door then? No, not your life. Oh, wait, definitely quite after that it did. Put the weight right up to me. But anyway, the door was locked, wasn't it? No way that was opening. Yes, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe. It was, Gav, it was from the inside. Right, so we had no way of knowing what was going on in there, did we? Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom, like through the keyhole or a spy hole, perhaps? Don't ring no bells, don't light no lights. We had to cut and run before we noticed anything like that. We're still counting our teeth in this game, see, but one day... We really cut the mustard! I have no idea what they're saying. Please cut it out. But as we know, behind that door was the victim's lifeless body, with the accused not 2 feet away. Yes, and unfortunately, Gina was in there unconscious with a gun in her hand. To confirm, it would be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom. And that's right, Gav, that's right. I could have even if we'd wanted to. Scarpert.
Hold it!
Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Oh, yeah, we was a bit hasty there. We was not, we was, truth to be told. I was already shaking like a leaf when you lot turned up. If you're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand. Good advice, miss, good advice. Truth be told, my mind went totally blank. Before your mind goes totally blank, make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand. Mental note made, miss. After that, we legged it down to the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers or something, so they clapped the darbies on us like winking. And after you've been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct? Well, yeah. But listen, that proves it, doesn't it, eh? Oh, we couldn't have found a pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance.
Hold it!
And why should we believe that? What? Well, cause it's true, innit? The place was totally empty when we went in. At that time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused, who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, these 2 witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Windybank. Correct? You've got it, mister! And down to a D. So the Skulkin brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windybank? Is that really true, I wonder? That's it? That's the full extent of their testimony? What is it, Ryuno? You look very fierce. I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired. Oh, thank you, I'd love that. Oh, thank you, but I'm fine. Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh, but I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something important. It is nothing more than a feeling, though. I've no proof to support it. Well, feelings can be very logical at times. Sorry? People's expressions, the movements of their eyes, the words they choose. You can take all that in, and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with some feeling like you describe. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why, that's all. I think you should trust your instincts. Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. Yeah, she's got a doctorate in medicine. And what do I have? I'm still a university student. Not even studying law, but being a lawyer. What the heck? The bloke who owned the place was holding a gun, so how did Gina shoot him then, right? That's the question. What do I need to present to make this conundrum clear to the game? Gina was holding it, right? Signs of a single discharge. I'm just gonna present this.
Objection!
Let's just consider the implications of that statement for a moment, shall we? What? What implications, Kozo? Nothing strikes me about it. What? Exactly. There's nothing striking. Ouch. Oh my goodness, I only have 2 penalty points left. I should probably save. But that is a contradiction, isn't it? Give me that gun. The bloke who owned the place was holding a gun. Pawnbroker's ticket. That's useless. Story manuscript, gilded case notes, irrelevant. Do we not have a picture of Gina holding the gun or something? Huh? Here we can already see Gina. Oh, Gina is holding the gun, right? Give me that gun. The bloke who owned the place was holding a gun. Why do you say that the bloke who owned the place was holding a gun? That doesn't make any sense, does it? Huh? Mr. Windybank had a gun. Okay. Them two waving them guns at each other. Well, that's just not correct. Maybe we'll present the surveillance camera photo. Bam. Okay, let's try to present the photo. They said they were holding guns at each other. That's just not correct.
Objection!
You're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windybank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct? Does it, Gov? You've got a picture. Yes, Nashi, yes, no question. And yet the photographic evidence from the time of the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windybank was not in possession of a firearm of any description. I mean, we only found one gun. What other gun are you talking about? Oh? What? You surprise me. Does the defense really intend to highlight evidence that compromises the position of the accused even more? Furthermore, the defense has failed to establish that the photographic print presented was taken a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. Your chronology is severely lacking. Wait, what? Wait. The defense has failed to establish that a photo was taken a suitably short time prior to the victim's death. When else would the photo have been taken? What? Yeah, that's right. Too right, Nash, too right. The old geezer could have been about to turn the tables on the girl, eh? Hardly likely. No, I'm afraid this won't stand as conclusive evidence. Continue with the cross-examination, counsel, and heed my earlier warning, witnesses. Wait, what? What happened? What? There's only one gun game, what the? Why is the chronology lacking? What is that even supposed to mean? 1:30 a.m. We don't see any gun. Single discharge. I'm so confused. Okay, let's strike out all the evidence that is not relevant for this. So this one's not relevant, this one. It's not relevant, not relevant. Blood samples. Windy bank. Doesn't seem relevant. That's for the box, that's for the code. Not relevant, not relevant, not relevant. Today's papers. Not relevant. Instant death. Not relevant. Not relevant. Maybe relevant. We don't see him holding a gun. Maybe relevant? Okay. Yeah, we know that. Not relevant. I tried this, but it doesn't work. Maybe relevant? I mean, if there are two guns, these are the only two guns, right? Very relevant, but somehow the game doesn't want me to present it. Not really relevant. Stereoscope. Have we inspected this evidence? You have to pop your two prints in here to start with, you see? And then, when you look through the eyepieces, you can see the image in 3 dimensions. The important thing is to get right. To get right is the position of the two prints. I don't know who came up with the idea of a stereoscope, but it's really quite fascinating. Okay, I am out of ideas. Heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." Presumably from Windy Bank. Huh? Let's present this photo, I guess?
Objection!
So you're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windybank, was wielding a gun. Is that correct? That's it, Gorm. You got a picture. Yes, Dash, yes, no question. Why do I have a sense of déjà vu? And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windybank was not holding a firearm of any description. You what?
God, Bennett, that ain't right.
Objection!
Oh no, what now? There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windybank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand.
Yeah, that Motula used the victim's own gun to finish him off.
Give me that gun! Bam! Oh, wait.
You give me that gun?
And then bam, yeah, kind of thing.
Hold it!
Stay exactly where you are, right there. If the crime had taken place as you've so colorfully described in your testimony, it would give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out.
Goodness, are you sure, Koso?
You intrigue me, my learned friend, but let's see some evidence to support your claim. Where is the proof that demonstrates this inconsistency in the witness's portrayal of the victim's final moments? What? I am so confused. The Motula used the victim's own gun to finish him off. Give me that gun and then bam, kind of thing. If the crime had taken place, it would give rise to an undeniable inconsistency in the final moments. Huh? Demonstrates the inconsistency in the portrayal of the victim's final moments. Can I see the portrayal of the victim's final moments again? Give me that gun and then bam. Oh, because the bullet is from the back. The bullet entered the body from the back on a gently rising diagonal trajectory. So it can't be, yeah.
Take that!
According to their testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot.
Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe.
Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. Yeah!
But it's the God's honest truth.
It is, as it is. When he was shot that night,
The shopkeeper had a gun in his hand. We saw it with our own bleeding eyes.
Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Windybank holding a gun? I thought you did not.
Someone like that might have slipped out.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question they actually saw with their own eyes the victim wielding a gun, which can only mean that despite the testimony to the contrary, the Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person. Nasha! Yeah!
Order! Order! Witnesses, explain yourself at once.
Well, the thing is, we weren't supposed to, It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you. The death? Is he serious?
Am I to understand that you replace the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies?
But so sorry, Governor. Truth is, see, we, cut it out, Dash, cut it out! If we plan now, you know what did he do to us?
He?
Who are they talking about? Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There's no other option available to you.
Bruv, come on, the game's up!
But Eliab, our gods forgot us! In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out.
On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place.
Do we have to?
On pain of death. I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth.
Alright, so we just got inside the cab and heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mark. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we'd had it.
Oh, he shouted, "Give me that gun" at you guys?
For no geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chucked me over the counter.
I put my gun on him and then he lugged it through the door in the back room.
We never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear.
Wait, what? So you're now telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop?
Well, yeah, sorry?
Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably.
But honest, Governor, this time, we ain't got nothing more to hide.
Honestly, if I were the judge, I would have kicked them out because these witnesses are unreliable AF. Very well, counsel for the defense, you may proceed. Yes, my lord. This is it, the moment I've been waiting for.
What the heck?
We're just humoring these two witnesses. Criminals, no less. So now you're saying he told you give me that gun. Chucked me over the counter. You pulled your gun and he legged it through that door into the back room. Okay, we never had nothing to do with killing him. I wanna press on everything.
Hold it!
When you say geezer, I presume you mean the victim and proprietor of the shop, Mr. Windybank?
Yes, sorry, I mean, that's right.
We was keeping a close eye on the entrance of the caf, obviously, but we never thought no one was gonna come out of the back room like that. The back room being the pawnbroker's storeroom.
Yeah, that must be where he popped up from. Only place he could have been.
So it would seem the victim was already in the storeroom when these brothers entered the premises.
Which means Ginny must have been in there at that point as well.
But But that doesn't make sense, does it? If Gina had threatened Mr. Windybank into the storeroom with her at gunpoint, then why would he have emerged from the same room all alone when the brothers arrived? That's a good question.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you see the accused at that time?
What? That Motula? I couldn't tell ya. No way, Kawa. We had bigger fish to fry then. I mean, the old geezer just lost it.
You didn't even see Gina?
Hold it!
You mentioned that Mr. Windybank shouted those words in your previous testimony too. However, you claimed that you heard him yelling them on the other side of the storeroom door.
Oh, did we?
But the truth is, he was shouting those words at you, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Was the victim, Mr. Windybank, wielding a gun at that time?
Was he ever? Blimey, lummy, a great ugly barrel he had pointed straight at me frontispiece.
Okay. He got back his gun from Gina. Apparently. So what you're saying is, you definitely saw Mr. Windybank with a gun at that time. Is that right?
It is, spot on. Then all of a sudden he came at us, he did. It was bedlam. I didn't know what was going for who. Who was going for who?
You were clearly all going for each other.
Like Nash that, we thought we'd had it. I mean... One old geezer was strong.
Chucked him over the counter, holy crap.
Hold it!
Yes, I noted that you mentioned the counter in your previous testimony too.
Well, yeah, of course we did.
You knocked over a load of books and candlestick and some skull, whatnot.
That Katango is a marionette of what knocked over the picture frame, who knocked them scales on the floor.
So in fact, it wasn't the sound of the gunshot that shocked you and made you knock those things off the counter?
Oh, big bruv here. I went flying over the counter like a gunshot, I can tell ya, and then the old geezer pinned him. He did, Nash, he did. If you hadn't been there, the bloke would have flattened me like a blooming pancake in seconds.
At the time in question, the alarm was raised to the local police station via a secret cable from the pawnbrokery. There's a button under the counter used to activate it, which was presumably pressed by the victim. That's right, when the brothers fled the scene and back onto the street, they ran straight into the arriving police, didn't they?
Poor Mr. Windybank, he did everything he could to protect his shop.
You pulled your gun at him, and he vanished into the back room again. Were you intending to shoot Mr. Windybank?
No, never. I was just, looking out for my bro, wasn't I? He was being flattened, don't forget.
By a man whose shop was being burgled, yes. And then the man fled into the storeroom. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. He showed me away, then ran off through that door and shut himself in.
There's something about that last remark. Something that doesn't quite ring true.
I wonder why Mr. Windybank ran away into the storeroom.
What?
Well, according to what everyone's saying, Ginny was in there waiting for him with a gun.
But she couldn't have, because Mr. Windybank has the gun. Ah, yes, that's right. Gina allegedly used Mr. Windybank's gun to threaten him and force him to open the storeroom door. In which case, how did the gun end up in Mr. Windybank's hands again?
I have no idea, but that is strange, isn't it?
This little inconsistency could be significant. I should make a mental note of it.
Look, the point is me and my prof here. That's right, Nat, that's right. Me and my prof here. We never had nothing to do with killing him.
Hold it!
You say you had nothing to do with it?
Nothing at all. Nothing, nothing. You teaser went and shut himself into the back room, didn't he?
Locked it was from the inside.
We know it was, because we tried to open it.
But it's a decent door that one can good and strong wouldn't budge an inch.
So in the end, the situation remains unchanged.
Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. The sole person who could possibly have shot the victim, the accused, Miss Gina Lestrade. But at that point of time, Windy Bang was holding the gun.
It would indeed appear so. What say you to that, Counsel?
I don't know. Was there anyone else apart from Gina who could possibly have shot Mr. Windybank?
I don't think so.
There's no one else, right?
Oh my god.
If we say that, we cannot say that, right? We believe that Gina is innocent, so there has to be someone else who shot him. But at this point of time, I just don't know who it could have been. He couldn't have shot himself. He came back in. Single bullet wound in upper half of victim's back. Do we know as a given that Mr. Windybank's gun bullet has been used to shot Mr. Windybank? We have to say there could have been, right? Oh my god! Okay, let's look at the people here and cross out everyone that is irrelevant. So this is irrelevant. Oops. That's irrelevant. Yeah. He's dead. She's the accused. Eggert Benedict. Gregson is irrelevant. Male Strongheart is irrelevant. He is irrelevant. So I mean, if the court wants me to point a person, it has to be those two. Is there anyone else apart from Gina? Oh boy. Inside the storeroom with the pawnbroker, there was only one other person. That is correct. The sole person who could possibly have shot the victim, the accused. What do I do? I only have 2 penalty points left. Oh jeez. There's no one else? I don't have anyone. I don't. He's right. Gina's the only one. There was no one else in the room.
With an attitude like that, Runo, it really will be all over.
Now a 10-year-old is reading the expression on my face. She's reading my mind, I swear.
I just don't have that many. Wide-eyed, sweating, smug and happy, that's about it.
Surely there's more than that, isn't there?
Anyway, I think you might want to consider some other possibilities here. Or rather, I think you have to. Otherwise we won't get anywhere. Or rather, you won't get anywhere. I'm just here for moral support, remember?
And it's at times like this that I really appreciate it most.